Well, welcome along, boys and girls. We're going for a beachcomb today. We're down at, there's a little place called Craig and Doran. There's a small train station there. Station, it's more of just a platform basically, it's not a station, it's a stop. In effect, these are the old piers, so the trains actually used to come along here, along all this grassed area. This used to be all trains running upside here, and then the trains used to pull up on the pier and deposit passengers for steamships at the now abandoned piers. And the tide's on its way out. Not a particularly low tide today. It's going to be 1.3 meters high. So that means the sea's not going to go out very far, basically. But hopefully, oh yeah, there's enough for us to get along here. So yeah, we're going to work our way along the beach here. Let's see what we can find today. A bit of beach combing. One or two people have been asking for this, and I do enjoy doing it. I've not done it for quite a while actually. I'm just going to have a nosy at this rubbish that's been left here. Look, fireworks everywhere. Look, from bonfire night. The 5th of November we call it, that's bonfire night here in the UK. And yeah, there you go. There's a pile of fireworks for you. Somebody had a good time anyway. I'm not going to fiddle about with any of that because there might be some duds in there which potentially are quite dangerous, but yeah, there you go. So yeah, let's have a dander, wander along the beach, and we'll see if we can find anything today. See if we can get through and cut through this little section here. Yeah, we should be able to, well, I should be able to get down there hopefully without falling on my backside. Right, I'm going to turn the camera off while I do this because I don't want to take you down with me if I do fall, so hang tight. So as you can see, there used to be a bit of a slipway here. I can hear the kids over at the school shouting and carrying on like lunatics as usual. And yeah, there was a slipway here, and a big station section was on here as well. So that was, like I say, that was way back in the day. That's long since gone as the station. But yeah, I've had some decent enough finds along here in the last couple of years. I tend to find a lot of the vulcanite bottle stoppers, and maybe one day I'll do a little video of my collection, although they are just stored in a plastic bag. It's one of those things, they're hard to display properly, so yeah. But anyway, we'll have a nosy today. Let me get over to the part. Let's wander along and see if we find anything along the way, but we'll get to the main section where most of the finds are. Hang tight. This is the area that I wanted to that we normally start searching, so we're gonna have a look from here. You see the building just over there, that's the Waitrose supermarket, and that was actually built on one of the main dump in Helensburgh. There used to be a lot of bottle digging there before the Waitrose was built. Sadly, that was before my time, so I never got a chance to dig there. But apparently some nice things came out of it. But occasionally you do get bits washed up on the bit. Look, there's a bit of an old beer bottle by the looks of it in the neck. Nicely C1, you know, so it's not sharp or anything now. So yeah, an applied top by the looks of it. See, oh look, there's the first stopper. There we go. Right on camera. Let's see if I can rinse it off. If it says anything. Oh, yeah. Interesting. I've not seen that one before. Let me wipe it on my jacket here. I can't make anything out on that, but I've not seen that pattern before. That's a new one to me. Right, we'll take that. Always a good start. See bits of broken stoneware. So yeah, it's as simple as that. This stuff will start popping up everywhere now. You watch. And yeah, we'll get cracking, as they say. See anything else? It's a long while since I've been beachcombing, so my apologies if I miss anything and you see it. You'll probably be shouting at the screen. And yeah, there's another one. Oh, there's a worn one, just plain blank. But once you start seeing one or two, then they start to pop out all over the place. Well, in between the little bits of driftwood, look, there's a little happy chappy. I'll take that guy with me. Looks like a little milkshake. I'm intending, I need to collect some of this driftwood as well. My daughter's looking for driftwood. I can't remember what she wants it for, but yeah, I'll have to come back down here with a bag. And I didn't bring a bag today, like a fool. Well, other than my rucksack. I'm not putting soaking wet bits of wood in my rucksack, so always good areas to check these. You can see where the sand has been washed away from this big old beam. I imagine it's been part of a pier, and yeah, it's been washed up here. It's been sitting there for a good couple of years now as that piece. And yeah, anywhere there's places that things can gather, there are the places to be having a look. You will notice there is tons and tons of rubbish on this beach. It does get cleaned from time to time, and I do take bits away with me, but it's unfortunate that literally the very next tide will just cover it in rubbish again. There's a stopper in the neck. There you go. Well, there's a stopper. That's a MAC, Mac or Mag, MAG. A crack in the side there, and there's something else. Look, I've not seen one of these for years, and now this is what they call a national insurance number card. See this thing down here? So in the UK, when you turn, usually when you turn 15 years of age, you get a number that sticks with you all your life, and that's for things like tax purposes and employment records and things like that. You have to give that number whenever you start a job. And yeah, I'm going to pick this one up. Like I say, I'm not going to show you the number because it'll be a genuine number for somebody, and I don't want to give that number away, so bear with me 2 seconds while I just pick it up. Right, well, we've got it. I'll advertise this on the local pages, on the local Facebook groups, and I'll see if I can't rinse a bit of the rubbish off, the water off, the sand off this. But yeah, this is a national insurance number card, and yeah, it's got a name on it, foreign name actually. It looks Polish, but yeah, we'll put that on the local pages and see if anybody knows who that is, and see if we can get it back to them. There you go. There's a big, yeah, okay, McEwen's. Sorry, Buchanan's Black. Buchanan's Black and something. Black and white. Whiskey. There you go, whiskey bottle. Here's another example of type of bottles. This is a bar bottle. These were originally, it looks an iron brew, look. Originally, these are glass bottles. These they used to give you a deposit back when you return the bottle. I think it was 20 pence, 25 pence. They recently stopped that, and now you find them everywhere because nobody takes them back for the money. Why they stopped it, I've absolutely no idea, but it's ridiculous because obviously they have to produce more bottles because they'll lose bottles because people don't bring them back. But yeah, there you go. That's something that we see all the time on on the beach up and down here, and as you can see, this, I mean, there is absolutely tons and tons and tons of rubbish. All sorts of plastic and suitcases there, look, and plant pots and aerosol lids and chemical containers and tin cans and another plant pot there, another Bars bottle there. Yeah, it just gives you an idea of the amount of rubbish that washes up, and in effect the reason it is, oh, somebody's poor dolly there. Oh, somebody lost a dolly. Yeah, the reason is because this is an estuary. It's the River Clyde, in effect, the Clyde estuary here, but it goes into the River Clyde in Glasgow all the way down there. And obviously, because it's fed by the sea, the tide comes in and out, and the tide obviously washes all the way into Glasgow and then all the way back out again. So everything that's dropped anywhere along the River Clyde ends up being swept up, and then the tide comes back in and sweeps it all back on here. And yeah, this is the end result. You'd think they'd put some sort of rubbish boom or something in, which would, I think, would stop this, and obviously empty the rubbish on a daily or weekly basis or something. But obviously there are boats that go up and down the river as well, so you can't be blocking the entire River Clyde off. But there you go. Look, there's fangs from Halloween. So yeah, that just gives you an idea of the amount of rubbish that's and there are things that, obviously, trainers, there's somebody's trainer, look, somebody's football shoe by the looks of it. Yeah, there are also some quite nasty things like drug needles, drug paraphernalia that's get washed up here as well, which is you can understand if you're beach walking or whatever, or you're out with your pets or whatever, or your family, then it can be quite a danger. But thankfully, most of the time, then, or I think 99.99% of the time, the people that have been stuck with a needle, they've come through with a clean bill of health. So yeah, there you go. Let's carry on for a bit longer. Well, there's a section for Driftwood, huh? I'll have to bring my daughter down and she can pick through this and decide what she wants. But yeah, it's a good selection anyway. Lots of decent shapes and sizes. Lots of nicely worn pieces as well. Look at that. Not pretty. I do like Driftwood. I like the really worn stuff as well. But yeah, I shall bring my daughter down. She expects me to come down and just choose what she wants, you see. I mean, having no idea what it is she actually wants. Great place to have a nosy, see if there's any stoppers in here as well. Again, because of all this stuff, they'll just sort of gather up. But as you can see, there's plenty of it, and it's sometimes a little bit hard to spot them. Anyway, on we go. That's another one. Blank one, nothing on it. We'll not see any name that was on there originally. Some of them didn't have names. Some of them obviously had the name of the brewery on them, where they were from, or the aerated water manufacturer would have had their name on there as well. So yeah, lots of some still going, some companies like Bar, and lots of defunct, extinct companies now. But they're when they're engraved, embossed with a name, then they're fascinating little pieces of long gone history. There's another one. Well, that's a... Sorry, excuse my voice going funny there. That's a wooden stopper. Those are really rare to find. Hang on, there's a train here. Yeah, those are quite rare to find, obviously, because they're made of wood. They were made of wood before they were made of vulcanite. So yeah, I've got 3 of those at the moment that I found all on this beach, actually. So that's the 4th one to add to the collection. And as I mentioned, train, look. there's a poor old Thomas the Tank Engine, look. He's seen better days, hasn't he? Let's sit him there. Sit Thomas in the sun, or what's left of him anyway. That there. That's the spout of a teapot. There you go. Oh no, it's not a tiller light, it's the heel off somebody's shoe. That's what that is. It's the heel of a shoe. Lovely. We've walked. The piers are way over there, you probably can't see them on here, but we've walked all the way up. All the way up to here. I'm going to go up to this corner here. There's occasionally there's bits of interest that get washed out. I think there used to be a dump around about here as well, quite possibly even a farm dump. I have found bits of broken stonewares before, and beer bottles dating to like the 1920s, that kind of thing, 1920s, 1930s. So yeah, we'll have a look and see what we can find. Good old walk today anyway. It's keeping me fit, hopefully. I need to combine long walking with going up hills. Yeah, nothing here today except a golf ball. Look, 3 golf balls. Ho hum. Well, that's the way it goes. Is that a stopper? Yes, that's a stopper. There you go. So they are sitting around about here as well. And I don't think we'll get a name off that. No, it's too far worn, is that one. Huh. I literally just kicked that over. That was what I saw, and I kicked it and I thought it'd be a broken bottle. And it's not, it's a little stoneware ink. Little pork pie penny ink. Now that, little muscle attached to it, that I will take. I don't mind them. Well, it's 2:30. We've been out here for an hour now, and 2:30 is a low tide, so it's literally just on the turn now. It's going to start coming back in, so I'm going to make my way back. But I'm just going to take you out to the fish trap here. I've shown this before. There's several of these up and down the coastline here, and there's several here on the beach in Craighendoran, and basically back in these are 15th century, and they were used for a couple of 100 years. And essentially what happened was, I don't know if you can see here this line of rocks. So this line of rocks goes out, and then it goes along, and then there's a break, and then it goes along and round and in back into the shoreline. So essentially that would have been a built-up wall. So as the tide comes in and the fish come swimming in, obviously the water's deeper and it's above the height of the wall, so the fish can get in. Once the tide goes back out again, the fish get trapped behind in like ponds behind the wall, or in front of the wall, this side of the wall. So essentially you would then have groups of staff. Like I say, each fishier was owned by a different family that lived on the coastline here, and they were given rights to fish and set up these fishiers or fish traps. Yair is spelt Y-A-I-R. And yeah, they would send the staff out with nets, and the staff would walk into the water along the wall, and they would net the fish, and they would take the fish, and some of the fish would be used in the houses of the people that owned the fishiers, the traps, and some of the fish would be sold and traded and bartered for different things. But yeah, I just thought I'd bring you out just for a quick nosy as we work our way back in. You can see there's probably the tide's not that far out really. That's probably why this water's still here. Normally this is empty when it's on a lower tide, but yeah, this essentially is the wall here. It's been flattened over a couple of centuries. Obviously, tide has destroyed it, but originally it would have been, they would have upkept it. They would have kept the wall built up, obviously, because they had a business here catching the fish. But yeah, this is it. And as, like I said, I just thought I'd bring you for a quick jaunt out to it. The water's quite deep here. Thank goodness I'm wearing my wellies. But yeah, fascinating little piece of history. Like I say, there is one over. There's a couple over at Ardmore Point actually. There's one on this side and there's one on the other side. And then there's a couple more as you go back to the piers in Craigendoran. There's a couple more, but they'll be covered up by the sea at this moment in time. But yeah, there you go. A 15th century fish, yeah, or fish trap. You find that interesting? Right, I'm going to head back inshore, walk along the coastline, and see if we can find anything else. Because yeah, this tide's on its way back in now. So, and I don't want to get caught and have to walk another 2 or 3 miles that way to walk another 4 or 5 miles back down into Helensburgh. So yeah, off we go. Well, I'm back down at the pier wall here. It goes all the way around, obviously, but that's where we were, way up over there, and then out to the fishier over there. And yeah, just making my way back to the car now. So I'm going to call it a day. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've certainly enjoyed it. It's something I've not done for a while. There's the neck off of a ginger beer there. That's a nice thing to find. Be nice to find a whole one on here, but maybe one day. I know somebody has found a full ginger beer. It was a blueprint Reeds of Helensburgh that they found, which is a nice thing, which is not surprising really, considering the dump was literally just over that wall there. And, it's not surprising that we found one washed up on the beach. So yeah, sorry, I think the sun's glinting in your face there. Thank you for coming along, and I'll see you on the next one. Here comes another train. All right, bye for now.